First of all, thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
Can you tell us a little bit about who you are, what you're doing? Just brief us on it.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Selam. I am the CEO and co-founder of GROHYDRO. So GROHYDRO, we design and manufacture hydroponic system, which is a vertical shelf structure that can grow shallow root plants and fodder for animals using only water without the need for soil.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you started working on that?
How I started
Yeah,
GROHYDRO?
what got you into it? Yeah.
From the beginning, I'm a born entrepreneur. I can
Okay.
say that, and I've always been a hustler, working different kind of businesses, some failures, some somehow successful. Throughout those process, like I learned about what I am passionate about, what I like, what's my strengths and weaknesses are, and I learned that I am into technology and groundbreaking ideas. So at that moment, I was a stay-at-home mom, reading books, and it was a Kenyan book, and I read about hydroponics. So I start Googling and YouTubing about that technology. Then I say, like, still, let's try it at home, and if it works, and so on. Then I fell in love with it, but it was just a home project. So then I heard about Blue Moon Ethiopia's incubation a competition about agri-tech. Then we applied. Then we were accepted. Then we started that with my co-founders. We are 4. So yeah, that's how we started.
And you were also part of You're also a part of the total competition this year, right? Can you tell us a little bit about how that went? How'd you get in it?
We've been incubated for a year and a half now, and 6 months back, Startup of the Year by Total hosted a competition, and we applied. Then we took the whole process, and we've been like screening for 3 kind of pitches and so on. Then we were the second runner-up of Startup of the Year by Total, and I was the Female Entrepreneur of the Year of Ethiopia. Yeah.
Okay, can we give an applause? Okay. So I can see, like, you started with an idea, you started at home, then turned it into a business. What are the struggles you've faced, and how did you overcome them?
So throughout the way, we can say it's like a road. You can go, and some are smooth, some are like mountains. So the first thing was creating the team. So like in the startup world, you have to have a team. You have a strengths and a weakness, so your partners can support you in your weaknesses and all. So the first challenge was creating the team. So we made it work. Like, of course, there was interviews and praying as well, to have a great team. And afterwards, finding investors. So there was a challenge organized by Blue Moon, the right replica of Shark Tank. So it's called Lion's Den. So we've been there, and now we found a potential investor for 3 million birr and for 45% of our equity share. Afterwards, now we are doing the due diligence, and that's it.
Okay. So one of the problems you said you faced was trying to find a good team. Like, is there any, because that's one of the things we struggle with as well, or anyone, I think, in this country. Is there any system that you went through that helped you get the right team and the right team members within to help you grow your company?
Yeah, figuring out what we want, first thing. Then the second thing was, you give them assignments and you give them deadlines to put on. And if they don't deliver, you'll have consequences. Maybe it could be, deducting the share or leaving the company at all. We lost one friend that was our first co-founder, but he's no longer with us because he couldn't deliver the product. So you have to decide whether you're friends or not. You have to say no sometimes, yeah.
So So, like in your company and what you guys are doing, can you tell me where exactly you guys are now and where it is that you guys want to grow to?
So we already start selling, but we don't have the factory layouts yet. We are outsourcing the products, but we have multiple customers because we always use our networking sessions, our platforms for promoting our products. And always people will come out and say, like, we want this product, where we can get it. So we always outsource and deliver that product for people. So what we do is we have two business models when we sell our products. One is directly selling to the commercial farmers. The second is working with development partners, those who work on empowering women, disabled, youth, refugees. So in bulk, we're going to sell for NGOs. So we already partner up with the Norwegian Refugee Council and Pastoralist Welfare Organization. So yeah, we started selling. That's where we are.
So the plan is to just grow it and then...
So we're going to be a Pan-African, actually. So we have two partners in DRC and one in South Africa. They want to... they were going to give us royalty there, but they're going to replicate the GROHYDRO in their country as well, and our business model as well.
I'm going to ask her one last question before we open the floor to you guys. So if you guys have any questions ready, like, get them ready. If you could give advice to anyone who's about to start a business or who's doing business here, and sort of how to make the process easier, how to understand it better, what advice would you give to any business person here or entrepreneur?
So it's a lot, actually. First of all, cut your losses quickly. Don't dwell in projects not working. And second, when you realize what you want to work on, pray on it. Then don't believe in a prediction that doesn't empower you. So, I mean, like inside or outside, people will say you can't do this. I mean, for me, like, if we make it in a broader way, you're a woman, you're black, you're a Muslim. So people think that you're raghead, that is liberating sometimes. And yeah, inside, oh, you're weak, you failed many times, so you can't do it. So you have to say, like, don't believe in a prediction that doesn't empower you. Then I'll say, learn from your success so that you can repeat it, and learn from your mistakes so that you can't repeat it.
I like that. Learn from your success so you can repeat it, and learn from your... So the floor is open to the audience now. If you guys have any questions, this is the time to throw them out.
Okay.
Hold on.
So,
sorry, just so we have it on the camera. So the question is to explain exactly what her product is, right? Okay.
we design and manufacture a hydroponic system. It is a vertical shelf structure to grow plants, shallow root plants, and fodder for animals. So using this technology, one can harvest 400% yield increase compared to the conventional way of farming, 60% less water. Even you are using water, like you can reduce the consuming of water by 60%, and 80% labor saving because there's no land preparation, wetting, and all.
I'm going to repeat the question. So you said you gave your investor 45% of your company for $3 million, and you're asking if that was a fair exchange and how much of your capital you've used already.
Before the investment, we were a 2 million birr capital company. First, we established it at a 50,000 birr capital company. Then Blue Moon invested 200,000 birr, so we became a 2 million birr company. Then the investor came and 3 million. Now we are about 6 million something capital company. Yeah, is it a fair deal? At that moment, yes, it was. Because it's not very hard if you have an impactful and a very huge market share, but like it's not suitable in Ethiopia. It's not suitable to find very willing and local investors to convince based on your financials and saying forecasting like by 20, so like the next 5 years we're gonna make 300 something million. Are you kidding me? Like it's drug money. People will say that, but like they wouldn't believe it. But like, yeah, some startups have to pay for the next startups to say, yes, forecasting and financials will work. So yes, somehow it's fair and somehow it's not. Yeah.
have time for a couple more questions. Yeah, go ahead. So what type of crops do you produce? And what fertilizers do you use? And is it organic? Right? Okay.
So we don't grow the crops. We design and produce the system. But the people, our customers, can grow using our technology, like shallow plants like cabbage, lettuce, strawberries, zucchini, and so on. And they can use organic or inorganic fertilizer based on their preference.
So is your product affordable for farmers, or is there a way where it can be subsidized, right? Okay.
So using this technology, you can harvest 4 to 10 harvesting days, highly organic fodder for animals. So this means that like you are going to be making your own feed for your animals. So and it's highly organic, and the protein is if you use barley, it's going to be 23 or something crude protein. So then if you are feeding this for cow, your milk production will be higher. So the economics will be somehow similar or 20% less than the current way of feeding, yes. So the product, the first investment is going to be installing the system. That will cost you more, but afterwards, after like a year and so, you can return your investments back and be profitable. Yes.
Perfect. If anyone has any more questions, I think she'll be around after the event is done. We just want to say thank you so much for coming today. We really appreciate it. Can we give her one more round of applause, please?
Thank you for having me.